Good morning. Welcome back to Gravity. This is a place to keep you grounded in the scriptures, and it's good to have everybody this morning. Um, this is Nathan Keller from Westport Church of Christ. Nice to see you. I just want to point out if you join next Monday at 10 a.m., we will be telling you the next person that I will be interviewing. And I've already got that ready to go. So hopefully you'll be able to be there and see who that will be in our announcement next Monday at 10 a.m. Now, I'll say this. Um, I'm running a little late today because, I'm a preacher. I got to do ministerial things. Sometimes I got to talk to people and counsel people. We did a little bit of that today, and that's okay. This will be up there for anybody who wants to watch this some other time. So, anyways, it's good to have you guys. Today, I wanted to just share with you a quick devotional on this off Monday. Um, and I wanted to talk to you about this traffic. I wonder if you've ever had trouble with traffic, if you've ever seen anything like this, if you've been stuck bumper to bumper for hours on end. That's certainly not fun, is it? A few years ago, my wife and I made the mistake of trying to travel to Waco the day before Thanksgiving from Dallas Fort Worth area. And we just about ripped our hair out of our head. We got stuck in traffic for hours. We were frustrated. We were angry. As my son would say, we were hangry. That's right, Hangry, hangry. And the reason for that is because we were hungry and angry, right? Now, I wanted to share something with you today about traffic because not only do we hate car traffic, but we actually say we hate car traffic and then we burden ourselves with too much junk in our schedules, thereby creating a problem with traffic in our lives, right? Um, we have a lot of things that matter. We have family that matters. We really enjoy our family. We enjoy our church, and we know what's important. And sometimes we think as an afterthought, oh, you know what? I wish I would do that. But because we've inundated our schedule with so many other things, we can't. All right, so I want to share something with you. This is from Luke chapter 10, verse 38 through 42. This is ESV. Check this out. Now, as they went on their way, Jesus entered a village, and a woman named Martha welcomed him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary who sat at the Lord's feet and listened to his teaching. But Martha was distracted with much serving. She went up to him and said, Lord, do you not care that my sister has left me to serve all by myself? Tell her then, just to help me. But the Lord answered her and said, Martha, 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 you're just anxious and you're troubled about many things. But one thing is necessary. Mary has chosen the good portion, which will not be taken away from her. So I want you to think about that. Jesus is telling her that she has chosen the better portion, that she's got her priorities right. And it's important that we think about our priorities. Um, I don't know if you've thought much about priorities. We often, when we talk about priorities, we say you should have your wife at the top, your children next, and then the family dog, right? That's next. And then you're at the bottom. But that's actually kind of false. Now, you've also probably heard some people say, well, Jesus is at the top, then your wife, then your children. But really, there's a better way to think of that, and that's more of a relationship model. Your relationship with Jesus is first, then your relationship with your spouse, and then your relationship with your children. Now, the reason this is more important is because in each of those steps, guess who's in them? You are. You're supposed to be throughout that priority process. You have to take care of your relationship with your Christ first, right? And then you build your marriage around that. Then you have to have a good relationship with your spouse. Take care of that next. Because guess who's going to be with you 40 years down the road after your children have left? your spouse, right? She's the one or he's the one you've said your vows to. And then after that, it's your children. But each step along the way, you have yourself. You've got to keep your schedule. You've got to keep your relationships taken care of, trimmed, you know, like a tree that you want to keep trimmed. You don't want the branches to get too far out and messing up the house. You got to trim them so everything is in order. I want to share this with you if you have trouble with your schedule. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 29 through 31. He gives power to the weak, and to those who have no might he increases strength. Even the youths shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But those who wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not be faint. Now, you think about that. Admit your weakness. Let God fill that gap. If your weakness is you like to create traffic jams in your life by just overcomplicating it, overcomplicating your schedule, admit that to God and let God fill those gaps for you. And you'll start to find that as you admit that weakness to God and you pray for his help, that he'll start to help you outline the most important things if you put his son first. I think we need to remember that. We need to make sure we're waiting on God, that we're being patient, and we're trying to live our lives in his schedule and not our own. And that's the devotional for today. I hope that blesses someone today. Remember, next Monday, 10 a.m., we will have an announcement. Who is it? I don't know. Actually, I do know, but you don't know. But you're going to find out, right? All right, so we'll catch you later. God bless. See y'all later. Have a great week.